You know when something happens in the bike world that just hits you right in the soul? That's this. Rumors are swirling. Honda might be bringing back a 4-cylinder 500cc sport bike. The rebirth of something we thought was long gone. And if that's true, if we're truly on the edge, and if that's true, if we're genuinely on the edge of a new CBR 500 or 4-cylinder, then we're not just talking about a motorcycle, we are talking about a statement. Because this isn't about specs or top speed or horsepower. This is about Honda remembering who they are. Let's roll it back just a little bit. In the 1980s, the 1990s, 400cc and 500cc 4-cylinders were everywhere. The CBR 400 double or, the CBR 500 or, tiny engines that screamed to 14,000 RPM like angry bees with caffeine addictions. They were lightweight, they were balanced, and they were alive. They weren't about brute power, they were about condition. And for years, riders have been begging Honda to bring it back. The feeling of a bike that rewards precision, not just aggression. So when the whispers started, a new 4-cylinder CBR 500 or might be coming, the internet exploded. Now let's be real, Honda already have a pretty damn good CBR 500 or. I ride one. I love this bike. I love it. It's the perfect blend of usable power, comfort, and performance. But a 4-cylinder version, that's a whole different beast. It's like Honda saying, we're not just building commuter bikes anymore, we are bringing back excitement. See, the 500cc market has been quiet for a while. Twin engines, predictable torque, low maintenance, all of those great things. But it lacks that magic. For me, anyway. The magic that happens when you twist that throttle and hear the symphony of valves, gears, and the revs that sound like a miniature Fireblade screaming its lungs out. Now here's the juicy part. There have been leaks, sketches, whispers from test riders in Asia, and even filings hinting at a new inline 4 configuration. Rumors have that we will see something in the 500cc to 550cc range, likely sharing some DNA with the new CBR 600 double or range, but tuned for accessibility. Expect something around 70 horsepower, lighter chassis, refined aerodynamics, and a sound that will make grown men cry. The question is though, however, will Honda do it? Because if they do, they will shake up the entire mid-range market. Here's why I think it could change everything. If Honda brings back the Inline 4 in a mid-range package, it'll remind people what character feels like in a motorcycle. You'll have a bike that new riders can grow into, not just survive on. Something smooth, rev-happy, and thrilling without being terrifying. Imagine your first bike being a bike that teaches you. One that sings back when you get it right. That's the kind of stuff that makes lifelong riders. The ones who don't just commute, but that live for that ride. Alright, well, let's talk about the noise, because honestly, that's half the appeal. 4-cylinders at high RPM isn't just a sound. It's emotion. It's mechanical music. The kind of thing that make heads turn at 200 meters and makes your heart race even when you're standing still. We have missed that. So please, Honda, bring this back. The world just went quiet. Parallel twins took over, regulations killed the screamers, and bikes started to sound clinical, efficient, safe. A 4-cylinder on a 500cc bike? That's rebellion wrapped up in refinement. It's Honda's way of saying we still know how to have fun. This isn't for everyone though. It's not for the rider who cares about MotoGP or insurance prices. This is for the riders who park their bike and look back at it. For the ones who love the details, the smooth throttle, the balance in corners, the way it just feels right. Honda is betting on emotion again. Not specs, not charts, but passion. And if they get this right, it won't just sell, it'll inspire. Now, if I could tell Honda one thing, it would be this. Don't make it too safe. Give it a little edge. Let it rev and let it scream. Keep the balance that makes the current CBR 500 or such a joy, but bring back that soul. Give us a 500cc that reminds us why we fell in love with the bike in the first place. And please, please, make it look like a baby Fireblade, because if you do, I will be first in line. So that's my take. The return of the 4-cylinder 500 isn't just about nostalgia. Hi, Doggo. You were big, buddy. Don't. It's about reigniting that spark that has been missing in the mid-tier class. If Honda actually pulls this off, we're witnessing a new golden era for everyday riders. Because it's not just about how fast you go, it's about how alive you feel while getting there. And if that's not worth getting excited about, then I don't know what is. I've been Mr. Motoloco, and if Honda is listening, make it happen. I'll see you all in the next one.